everyone, I'm Ankita Pokharel. In today's video, we'll read a story on the monkeys go fasting and also read a factual text on the history of computers. Let's begin the class now.
Let's begin reading The Monkeys Go Fasting. One day, a group of monkeys decided to go on a fast. The old monkey chief thought that they would be starved soon if no food was stored. So, he called the younger monkeys and suggested, "Before we begin fasting, I think you should collect some food. We can take it immediately after our fasting is over." The monkeys nodded their heads in agreement. The youngsters were sent in search of food. They returned with huge hands of delicious-looking bananas. "Our fast. We won't get time distributing the bananas after we break our fast. You can imagine how hungry we all will be by then." The monkeys liked the idea and they collected their share of the bananas. "Why don't we peel one banana and keep it ready to eat?" said one of the youngsters. "Yes, let's do that," shouted a fat monkey in agreement. Just looking at the bananas was making him hungry. "All right," said the monkey chief. "We shall peel the bananas, but we should not eat them until the fasting is over." So the monkeys peeled the bananas and carefully kept them ready for the eating in the evening. "Can I keep the banana in my mouth? I promise I will not eat it till evening." "Please," a little monkey asked his father. "Why don't we all put a banana in our mouth? That way we can chew it immediately when we break the fast," said this father. "If we don't eat it, it won't harm our agreement," he added. So the monkeys put the bananas in their mouth. One by one, they looked at each other uncomfortably as they began their fasting. Within no time at all, the bananas disappeared down their gullets. And that was the end of their fast. So students, in this story, the monkeys, despite their initial resolve and promises, succumb to temptation, right? One by one, they start eating the bananas they were supposed to save for after the fast. And this story emphasizes how quickly they give in, highlighting their lack of self-control. Basically, the story highlights the monkeys' struggle with self-control and the difficulty of keeping promises, even they have good intentions about it. So, this is all about this story. Here is an exercise which says, read the story and match the following words with their meanings. So, fasting means staying without food for longer time, nodded, showed agreement by lowering head, delicious, very tasty, hungry, having a strong desire to eat food, promise, make commitment to do something. So we are just done with the exercise here. Now let's quickly read the history of computers together. The first computers were very big. They were the size of a room. They were so big that people didn't have them at home. Every computer could also only do simple math like a calculator. In the 1930s, Alan Turing had the idea for a computer you could program to do different things. In 1958, Jack Kilby invented the microchip. Microchips are tiny but can store lots of information. They helped make computer smaller. In the 1970s, computers were smaller and cheaper, so people started to use them at home. In the 1980s, computer games were very popular. Lots of people bought computers just to play games. In 1989, Tim Berners-Lee invented the World Wide Web, which we call WWW, which is a way to organize information on the internet. Now, people all over the world can look for and share information on websites. Today, people can use smartphones to play games, email, and go on the internet. In the past, a simple computer was the size of a room. Now, it can go into your pocket. What would happen if there were no mobile phones? It's completely hard to imagine the world without smartphones. A large number of people reported that smartphones have made their lives better. Nearly half of the smartphone users say it is very difficult for them to imagine the life without smartphones, which is not very surprising. Smartphones have become our favorite companion. We trust on them to wake us up every morning, prepare us where we want to go, reply to emails, and hundreds of other things. As we have been dependent on mobile apps, our lives are going to become easier day by day. So here are some key points about the history of computers as explained in the given text. So the text describes about early computers, which were massive, filling entire rooms. And these computers were primarily used for simple mathematical calculations. Text further describes about Alan Turing's vision. It says that in 1930s, Alan Turing envisioned programmable computers that could perform various tasks. Next, the text directs us to the invention of the microchip. It explains that Jack Kilby invented microchip in 1958, and it also explains what microchips are. Microchips are the tiny yet capable of storing vast amounts of information, and due to this information, the development of smaller and more affordable computers were possible. The text further explains about the personal computing era, which explains that by 1970s, computers became more accessible to the public, leading to the uses of computer in public's home as well. And it also explains about the computer games which gained popularity in 1980s itself. The next thing the text highlights is the World Wide Web, where we get to know that in 1989, Tim Berners-Lee invented the World Wide Web, which is a system for organizing and sharing information online. Next, the text also directs about mobile computing. As we know, today smartphones have become very useful and is combined with computing power with communication and entertainment capabilities as well, right? And it also explains what if there were no mobile phones. We can imagine what would happen if there were no mobile phones, right? The text explores the hypothetical scenario of a world without smartphones. So this is all about what the text is explaining and highlighting about. Okay, here's an assignment for you all. Write a letter to your friend explaining about the evolution of computers. How did your class go today? If you have any suggestions or feedback, feel free to reach out to us at learning@dearwalk.edu.np. See you in the next class with another lesson. Thank you.